In the quiet village of Sunderpur, there lived an old farmer named Raymond. He had spent his entire life growing wheat and tending to his small field. He had 3 sons, Imran, Faizan, and Naveed. They were strong young men, but each one had a different way of thinking, and worse, they hardly ever agreed on anything. Every day, the brothers argued. If one wanted to plant more wheat, the second would insist on barley, and the third would refuse to help altogether. They quarreled over meals, over livestock, and even over who would collect water from the well. The once peaceful home echoed with shouts and blame. Raymond watched this with a heavy heart. He was growing old and weak. His hands, once strong enough to lift heavy sacks of grain, now trembled while holding a cup of tea. He knew he didn't have many years left, and it worried him that his sons, if divided, would destroy the home and land he had worked so hard to build. One afternoon, after a long day of arguments among the brothers about selling a portion of the land, Raymond called them to his bedside. "My sons," he said softly, "I am not as strong as I once was, but before I leave this world, I want to show you something important." He asked Naveed to bring a bundle of long, dry sticks tied tightly with a rope. When Naveed placed it beside the bed, Raymond handed the bundle to Imran and said, "Break it." Imran tried. He bent it over his knee. He pressed it against the wall. The bundle wouldn't break. Raymond then passed it to Faizan. "You try." Faizan was strong, but the bundle remained intact. Finally, Raymond untied the bundle and handed 1 stick each to the 3 sons. "Now, break them." Each son easily snapped his stick in half with little effort. Raymond looked at them and said, "Do you see now? Alone, each stick is weak and breaks easily. But together, they are strong and cannot be broken." The room fell silent. He continued, "If you 3 continue to live like this, always fighting, always dividing, then you will break just like the single sticks. But if you learn to stay united, to respect each other and work together, no one will be able to harm you or destroy our family." The brothers looked at one another. For the first time in a long time, they understood. They remembered the struggles their father had faced to raise them. They remembered how he would walk miles to buy seeds, how he'd fix broken tools late into the night, how he never once let them go hungry. That night, without saying a word, they cooked dinner together. The next morning, they went to the field, not to argue, but to work side by side. Over the years, their farm flourished. They shared responsibilities, respected each other's opinions, and grew closer than ever. Sunderpur came to admire not just the crops they produced, but the harmony they lived in. When Raymond passed away peacefully years later, the villagers whispered that his greatest harvest wasn't the wheat in his fields. It was the unity he sowed in the hearts of his sons. Moral of the story: unity is strength. When we are divided, we are weak and easily broken. But when we stand together, we become strong and unbreakable, just like the bundle of sticks.